Hey people! This channel is not only about making music and effective learning, but also about personal development. And there are an infinite number of approaches, from nutrition to sport, meditation, code therapy, brain doping and so on. I think it's exciting what you can optimize and thus become and stay healthier and happier in the long term, and thus have more energy to learn and practice your instrument, for example. But when the topic of self-improvement comes up in a conversation and I tell people about what I'm doing, I keep hearing the same reactions, which usually sound something like this. You don't have to optimize everything, just do what's good for you. Yes, please do that. I'm just saying what I do. I want more out of life. I want to see what I'm capable of, push myself to the limit, use my full potential and take my fate into my own hands. Some people leave school, get a job and are satisfied with that. Some want more and push themselves because they want a doctorate. And the world needs people like that too. The world also needs people who want to discover how to improve their performance. Not because everyone should push themselves to the limit, but for the same reason as we use waste products from space technology, or can draw conclusions about health training from studies of top athletes. Because there are some interesting findings which people can transfer to different life situations, each to the extent that he or she deems right. One comment I hear a lot sounds something like this: you don't have to make a science out of it. I just do what's good for me, it's that simple. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But most of the people who say that actually mean that they do what they want to do. In order to determine what is good for you, you have to test, analyze, reflect, compare and keep records. Because it is not enough to do what you want at this moment, but to find out which actions and routines give you long-term health and happiness. And for that, you do need scientific methods, or at least scientifically based recommendations. And by the way, I have a lot of fun with this process. I think it's exciting and makes me proud when I don't hang out on the couch on the weekend, but go ice bathing and see how long I can take it. It gives me a lot more energy instead of giving in to my laziness. I can feel it too, but I know it's a deceptive urge. Laziness makes lazy, and activity gives birth to even more energy. And if, for fun, I try to extend the time that I can endure in the ice water, I might find a method that helps me in other situations in life to keep calm in stressful situations and to be in control. In addition, we are all different. Some are lucky and in most cases make healthy decisions on their own initiative. Some of us tend to do unhealthy things because of their temperament. Just like some people can learn languages intuitively, while others try a little more and have to do it systematically. So I prefer to systematically improve and consolidate my mental and physical health. And then there are things that appear radical today because they're not yet established, even though they are very healthy. As a strict non-smoker or vegetarian a few decades ago, you were still an eccentric. 50 years ago, people were stunned if they saw someone jogging in their neighborhood. Today, you are an exception if you quit sugar or take ice baths, both of which are very healthy. And it's not about becoming superhuman, but just a few % better, which has a great long-term effect. And if I'm not feeling well, I'm back on the right track much faster. I try many methods for health and mental performance, and I'm constantly learning more in this area. I don't always use all of this, but if I'm not feeling well or are even sick, then I have a whole range of methods that I know and have tried, and I can choose the most suitable or combine them. It's great fun to be self-sufficient, to feel that you can still pull out some stops and that you are in control of your life. Besides, it's also prevention. Attack is the best defense. I don't read self-help books because I feel bad, but that I don't feel bad in the first place, or so that I'm prepared if I ever feel down. Like every other person, I sometimes feel bad. I also have worries, feel exhausted or get unnecessarily worked up about something. But I am now able to keep these phases very short, to do things that are good for me and to quickly pull myself out of a hole. And I want to pass on these skills as well. I believe that some people dismiss self-improvement because they feel judged or even threatened when they hear what someone else is doing. Does he think because of all of this he's better than me? No, it's not about being better than others. It's about that I am better today than I was yesterday. Fitter, happier, healthier, more productive. I would much rather take other people with me on the journey. I would never say that I am better because I never miss a workout, practice daily, take cold showers and eat healthy, but that it is better for you to take your own life in your own hands, make healthier choices, and above all, how to do it. Because I would never say that it is easy. But studying psychology has shown me ways to acquire things, how to create healthy habits that will carry you on a higher level in the long term. And that's what it's about. Even on a bad day, I make healthier decisions than I used to make. Because the things that I learn and try out eventually become habits and don't cost me extra energy. They even give me energy. A few weeks of discomfort until you get used to taking cold showers. One more habit that can keep you fitter for years and give you energy. And if I learn how to learn more effectively, then that's a very good investment because I can learn everything I want to be able to do much more efficiently. So I don't talk about these things because I want to brag, but to encourage other people to try out some of these methods and hope that they will make them more healthy and happy. And by the way, what's the problem when you want to be something better? Why do we go to school? Why do we watch tutorials on YouTube? Why do we exercise? Because we want to improve in something, and I want to do that very fundamentally. If you Google brain foods, go for a run or watch a video on how you can cope better with stress, then you are practicing self-improvement. I just do it a little more systematically and proactively. And what's the problem when you feel good, are productive, and want to find out how to feel that way more often? Especially when you have the feeling that you could give more. And by that I don't just mean do more, but give something to the world. I believe that many of the concepts and topics in my videos and workshops can help other people. So I want to be able to do more to give to others. If you want to make the world a better place, you naturally start with yourself. And of course, I also overdid it in the past, pushed too hard. That is what most people criticize, the optimization mania. But it's completely normal to overdo it from time to time. You have to test the limits to know where they are. I had to learn to what extent I have control over my mind and my body, and where healthy fatalism or stoicism are better. None of the methods are panaceas. You have to get to know them and learn how to use them. The fact that you make mistakes by overdoing it, for example, really only shows that you dare to try something new. Self-improvement should be a means to an end. Know what you are doing it for. But long-term physical and mental health is such an important reason that you can invest a lot for it. And besides that, the reason that I want to improve my performance is that I have so many goals, so many wishes, so many things I want to do. So I know what I'm doing it for the fact that I want to constantly learn on my instrument in order to better understand myself and the world through this process, and to share my findings with my students and in my videos and workshops. So it's not just about being more productive, it's about being happier. But some, like me, derive a large part of their happiness from their productivity, because I love my job so much and have a goal, a vision to work towards. Therefore, I am looking for systems and methods with which I can achieve more and thereby become and stay healthy and happy. To a large extent, optimization means cutting out things that are unhealthy, stressful, or distracting. And there is a very typical counter-argument that I keep hearing. I believe if you do everything in moderation, there's no problem. Why? If the disadvantages of something outweigh the advantages, so on the bottom line you are worse off, then you leave this thing out completely. And when something is good for you, you do more of it. And being radical has a huge advantage. You save time and willpower because you don't have to constantly negotiate with yourself. If I don't drink alcohol or eat sugar at all, that's radical, but there are no more discussions. There is clarity, and this clarity releases potential. And if I work out every Monday and Thursday, keep this time free, and that is not negotiable, then I no longer have to pull myself together, I just go and do it. So you don't change the individual activity, you change the default. That is much more sustainable, and exceptions remain just exceptions. So try something radical, sell your TV, delete your Facebook profile, or give away all your sweets. Who knows what great things may happen as a result? Here is the bottom line. On our instruments, we expand our skills in order to be able to play music better. To do this, we sometimes have to sit down and work on it, even if it's not always fun. As long as you know what you're doing it for, everything is fine. Sometimes you get a little carried away, maybe practicing technique just for the sake of technique, but as long as the process is fun and you're proud of it, that's still better than just being lazy. And why not work more fundamentally with the same attitude, learn new skills in order to go through life healthier, fitter, more balanced, and thus more productive and stress resistant. That's my way. If you want to join me on it, you've come to the right place. On this channel and at my workshops, everyone is invited to develop together with me, whether by learning a musical instrument or with completely different things. So, if you haven't already, you should subscribe now and activate the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.